Welcome to dance class, everybody. I hope you all can see me. This is my first time having to do this, and I really don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to make it work. First of all, I'm Miss Connie, and I'll be teaching you dance, but today we'll be learning my warm-up routine. First things first, safety. Make sure you're in a clear, clean area. Ask your parents if it's okay for you to move furniture out the way so that you can stretch the way that you need to. Secondly, if you're going to be on the floor, using the floor for any of this, make sure there's nothing in the way that you can step on to hurt your feet. I'll be barefoot because that's how I'm most comfortable when I dance and stretch, but you can wear shoes. This is a beginner's warm-up. As young as 4 years old and as old as 110. You can do this warm-up with me. Now, I am a trained dancer, so you may see me doing things and it may look like it's not very difficult for me, but I want you to go to your comfort level. Please, please, please don't push yourself further than what you can do. This is not about perfection. This is about progress. The more you do it, the further you can go. All right? So I'll be using some terms throughout this video to describe how your body should be, or I'll be using some dance terms as well. For example, you may hear me naming different muscle groups. You may hear me using words like vertebrae to describe how I want your back to move. You're going to hear a bunch of different terms, and I'm going to break them down as we go. So let's get started with our warm-up. You'll begin with your feet together. You're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale and bring your arms back down. Inhale and exhale. Got it? Good. Now you're going to space your feet apart. We call this parallel or jazz second. That means that your feet are going in the same direction at the same time. Parallel. Not to be confused with turnout as in ballet. Parallel, your feet are going in the same direction at the same time. So you're going to take a deep breath in and exhale. Now, you're going to stretch over to your right side. So right hand goes on your hip, left hand goes up. Leave your hips in place. 1, 2, and up. 2, left side. 1, 2, and up. 2, right side. 1, 2, and up. 2, left again. 1, 2, and up. 2. So with that, we were stretching our obliques. Your obliques are your abdominal muscles that are on the sides of your body. Okay? So next, we are going to practice rolling down. When you roll down, you start with your head, then your shoulders, and then your back goes down vertebrae by vertebrae. Vertebrae are those little tiny bones in your back that stack up to make your spinal column. So when you roll down, you want to go down slowly, almost like a worm, so that you can feel your spine rolling down. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see how that looks. So you start with your head, rolling down, shoulders, and then your back. Remember, you don't have to go as far down as I do. Go as far as you can go comfortably. And roll up. And stop with your head. We'll do it again. Roll down. And roll up. Good. So another thing that I like to mention is it's very important that you breathe while you stretch. You need your muscles to get some good oxygen so that you can move around. All right. So next, with our feet in jazz second, our feet are hip width apart. So here are your hips, and your feet are straight down under. You are going to stretch to your right, flat back. Bring it back up and come up tall. Now to your left side. So stretch it over to the side, leaving your hips in place. Flat back. Bring it back to the side and up. You can do that as many times as you would like. For the sake of this video, I'll just do it 2 times. All right. Next, you're going to put your arms in dive. Think about you're diving off of a swimming pool and your feet aren't moving, just your arms and upper body. So we're going to dive it down and roll it up. Again, dive it down and roll it up. One last time, because I just like to do this. Arms and dive it down and roll it up. And remember to keep in mind that when you roll up, you're coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. Then your shoulders and your head comes up last. You may see also that I bend my knees. That's for my own comfort. But you don't have to bend your knees when you roll back up. All right? Next, we're going to do isolations. And dance isolation means moving one body part at a time. So I'm going to begin with my head, then my shoulders, torso, hips, and knees. And maybe we'll do our ankles and our wrists, okay? So beginning with the head, I'm going to start to my right. Right, center, left. Right, center, left. Right, center, left. Right, center, left. Now I'll go down and up. 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 Everybody good? All right. Next we'll go to our shoulders. So your shoulders are gently just go up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'll do my right side first and then my left side 8 times. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. So now I'm going to roll back for 8 counts and then roll forward for 8 counts. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reverse. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. Next, I want to move to my torso. So remember, in isolation means that your whole body is still except for the target area that you're trying to move. So while we're doing our isolation with our rib cage, you don't want your hips to move. All right, so we'll start to the right. Right, center, left. Right, center, left. Right, center, left. Right, center, left. Got it? So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see how I'll go front and back. Again, my feet are in jazz second, hip width apart. And I'm going to look at the camera so you can see. So when I go front, I'm sticking my torso front. I come center and then back. Center. I'm trying really hard to keep my lower body still because, like I said, it's an isolation and only one body part moves at a time. Okay? So, front, center, back. Front, center, back. Front, center, back. Front, center, back. Got it? So now we'll move to our hips. When you do isolations with your hips, you want to plie with your knees or bend. Plie is a French dance term. It means to bend. So you're going to bend your knees. Not much. Just about like this. Okay? So you're going to isolate your hips. Plieing allows you to isolate your hips. So you're going to start going to your right. Right, center, left. Right, center, left. Right, center, left. Right, center, left. It feels funny, I know. But it's fine. Just simple isolation. So you're going to stay in this plie, and now you're going to push your pelvis forward, center, back, forward, center, back, forward, center, back, forward, center, back. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing that part of the isolation, it's fine. You can breeze right past it, maybe drink some water while I'm doing that part, or we could just move on. So next, I like to bounce my knees. My kindergartners used to love when we did this part. So we just bounce, 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 and stop. All right, so you're gonna take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. So now I want to have a seat on the floor. So I have my legs extended in front of me. I'm sitting up nice and tall. If you think about the letter L, there's the long part, and then there's the part that goes across. So that's the shape that I'm trying to make with my back when I sit. So you don't want to sit like this. You want to try your best to sit up nice and tall. Relax those shoulders, pull them back. Raise that chin so that you can breathe. You want air to be able to get to your lungs without obstruction. So you'll sit up nice and tall. Your feet are flexed. So flexed means, I hope you can see me. Flex is when your feet are like this. If you think about your palms working as feet, your feet are flat. So this is flexed. And pointed means that they're both going forward, like you're pointing to something in front of you with your toes. So that's pointed, and this is flexed. But first we'll start with, think about how we did our rolling up and rolling down. Now we're going to do the same thing while we're sitting on the floor, but this time it'll stretch our hamstrings. Your hamstrings are the muscles behind your thighs. So you'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, you're going to reach for your toes. If you can't touch your toes, that's okay. I can touch my toes, so I will. But if you can't, you can just simply reach forward like this. The goal is to eventually be able to touch your toes. So we'll reach and hold. And then we'll come back up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach forward. If you'd like a deeper stretch, you can drop your head. Or you can just continue to look at me. It's fine. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Reach for those toes. And roll it up. So you'll come back to a nice upright sitting position. Now we're going to isolate the feet. You want to point and flex. Point, flex. Point, flex. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, and flex. Good. So now we're going to make circles with our ankles. Think about you using your big toe to draw a circle. So we'll take it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And now we will reverse to your left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And you can roll your wrists. Right now mine are going contrary each other, so I'm not going either direction. I just like to roll my wrists. And then my favorite thing that I like to do with the littles is we wiggle our fingers and toes. Wiggle, 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 stretch them. Feels good to wiggle your toes. And take a deep breath in. And that's it. That's our warm-up. All right? I hope it wasn't too tough. I hope you enjoyed it. But I want you to think about a few things. How did your body feel during this warm-up? Did you notice that you were able to do a certain stretch more or less? Like, were you able to reach down and touch your toes while we were sitting on the floor? Or when we were doing the roll-up and roll down where you're able to reach your feet. Maybe that's an area to work on. So think about those areas that you can improve upon week to week. Normally, I suggest that before you start doing any type of dance, you warm up first. Warming up helps us to, number one, protect our bodies. So you don't want to pull a muscle, you don't want to strain anything. And number two, it gives you the mobility to do what you need to do in whatever type of dance that you're doing. Sometimes certain dance movements require you to be flexible or, I don't know, stretch a certain way or move in a certain direction. And having your body warmed up usually helps in making that possible. So warm up every time you're about to dance, whether you're dancing with me or someone else. And you can use my warm up. It's fine. It won't cost you this time. All right. Think about what types of dance you would want to see us do again, or if there are deeper stretch routines that you would like to try, or yoga. Maybe we could try that as well. Leave a comment or send an email, and I'll consider using your suggestion for the next video. All right. I had fun with you. I hope that you return next time. And until then, keep stretching. It's been great. Bye.